Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another Into the Emerald Dream card review, and we have the final Death Knight cards revealed in one of the coolest, most unkillable dragons ever. Really rad card, as well as some other really annoying stuff. Ants, plants, what are we doing here? A lot of cool stuff. You want to win these cards, we're giving away 2 regular pre-orders, 2 mega bundles out of my pocket. To enter the giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until Wednesday, I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button, make me go baroque. So we have a new choose one card for Death Knight. These cards have been awful, I feel like, mostly. We'll see if the Death Knight one is better. With the Morbid Swarm, a 1-mana spell. It has a blood rune and an unholy rune. And yeah, choose one. You summon 2 1/1 ants, or spend 2 corpses to deal 4 damage to a minion. The ants are these ant husks. They're undead beasts, and yeah, I mean, a 1-mana get 2 1/1s is fine. You get 2 corpses out of the deal. You get some undead synergy. It's fine. You've seen like Living Roots and, you know, a lot of those cards summon 2 1/1s. You know, Zergling right now is a little bit, you know, insane and broken. But regardless, yeah, it's not bad. And the flexibility of a little bit of removal, possibly. Like 2 corpses isn't too much to deal 4. We don't have Climactic to be buffed anymore. All these corpse spenders not really spending so well in standard, at least that I could think of. There's no real big payoff that is Stitch Giant in the core set? It might be. That might still be something we're looking at. Regardless, it's fine. It's not a bad card. Could be a flexible little card. But the runes are, you know, not very flexible. I'm playing it like a rainbow style or double blood, double unholy, right? Don't have too much flexibility with how it works out. This card curves perfectly into Grotesque Runeblade, one of the only other cards revealed so far. So yeah, that into that weapon, that is pretty darn good. I could see this thing play. It's something fine to play on one particular, or again, flexible removal for later. Give it a 3 out of 5 in standard, a 2 in wild, where I feel like the only thing I ever see in wild is like really greedy stuff, or even, and I don't think this really falls into either. Definitely not even. There's something odd about running this in even. So yeah, I'll give it a 2 in wild. Don't think it sees as much play, but yeah, it's fine. It's just not, it's one of the better choose one cards, I'll say that much. They haven't been all that great to, you know, for most of the classes, it feels like. Next, we have a new spell, the Rite of Atrocity, a 1-mana, 1 unholy rune spell where you discover an undead. So whatever from the neutral pool or the Death Knight pool, you spend 2 corpses. So again, only 2 corpses. That's not a lot, to give it a dark gift. And again, the dark gifts can be a whole lot of things. Charge, Lifesteal, Wind Fury, you know, all the things that Warlock card's gonna get to just murder us all. But yeah, it's not bad. And you know, I feel like dark gifts for 1 mana, getting a minion, giving it a nice little buff can be good. Especially, I feel like if you get the copy one, you get a 2/2. There's a lot of death rattles and good cards like that you could hit, which would be really nice. So again, could be just a cheap little card to throw in my deck for some value. I don't know how good that is in today's game, but again, the dark gifts aren't the worst. I just feel like you're probably not playing. This is like your 29th, 30th card in your deck, right? Just to get some value. I'm thinking about value at Hearthstone these days, and it's so minimal, and dark gifts aren't consistent enough to get you something you really want. It's just a nice little boost. I think I'll give it a 2 out of 5 in standard, a 1 in wild where the undead pool is way worse, but it could be a card that pops up in the odd deck out there. It's not the worst. And maybe I want to discover this undead, the Corpse Flower. It's a 3-mana double unholy rune card. It is a 0/5. So obviously no attack unless you buff it up by some means. After your opponent summons a minion, so that's summon, not play. So if the hero power as a shaman, it'll hit that totem. You spend 2 corpses to deal 3 damage to it. So as long as you got a decent amount of corpses, everything they play, this flower will just kind of spit and hit, like kind of nuke whatever they want to play. It almost reminds me a little bit of like the Watch Post cards, where if your opponent played a minion, it would do something. The 2/5 or they eventually nerfed that thing. I think if you played a minion, you would summon a 2/2. It kind of reminds me of that, right? They couldn't attack, so the attack wasn't super relevant on the card, although it would damage things attacking into it. again, this card's pretty awful in the early game because how many corpses are you really gonna get? But like, play this on 3. How many corpses do I have? Like, probably like what, 2 to 3, 4 max? I guess I could deal 6 damage maybe in an ideal world, but if they also have minions on the board, they could just kill this and then play stuff. Seems pretty bad to me. It seems pretty rough. The design's cool, but I don't see this unless there's some insane synergy or really gating corpses reliably and this sticks around. It feels really off to me. I'm giving this a 1 out of 5 in standard or wild. I can't see playing a 0/5 that needs corpses, needs your opponent to not be able to kill it, and then needs them to summon stuff, and for that to be good enough that I'm even killing it. It just seems like a pipe dream to me. I think it's a cool card, but I also think it's kind of terrible. But the final card here, which I think is really cool, is Nethendra, a 7 mana, 7/7 undead dragon, requires 2 unholy runes, has a god tier signature, by the way. That signature, holy crap, with a taunt and death rattle split into 1/1 beetles. At the start of your turn, reform with any remaining, and those beetles, I believe they look like this, the Nethendric beetle. They say at the start of your turn, combine with any other friendly beetles and reform Nethendra. And if you're wondering how it works, we do have a video to show off exactly how it works.
Get out, Jabbar! Yes! Well done. Get out, Jabbar! Yes!
As long as 1 beetle survives, that dragon will be reformed with that stat. So you'll get a 1/1, but that 1/1 will then create a 1/1, which needs to die. So they have to kill the 7/7, then kill all the beetles that come out of it, else this thing will keep coming back over and over and over again. I just think the design is so rad on this. It's so cool. And I'm hoping cards like, we know Bob's getting nerfed soon. Hopefully it can't just steal this or whatever. And this isn't even the Wild God, by the way. This cannot be discovered through Malorn. This is not the Wild God. It's just another big, cool legendary for Deathlight. It's just, yeah, it's got to be in Double Unholy, but we got the whole Assimilating Blight card, I believe, which might be really good after rotation. It's a really solid card, plus that pool. I haven't looked at how small it'll be. I'm guessing it'll be pretty small. That could be like a whole Death Rattle style of deck, and Nethendra could be a really cool component of it. I'm more in love with the design of the card than possibly the power level of it. Obviously, like a Silence, a Transform, a Steal, the card gets a lot worse, but there's a lot of that stuff is leaving. And again, Bob likely going to be changed, hopefully in a way that it doesn't just counter this stuff. So we'll see. I'm going to give it a very optimistic and hopeful 3 out of 5 because I think it's a rad card. In Wild, it's way too slow. I'll give it a 1. But hey, Nethendra looks amazing, and I really hope I open that signature. Wow, that is a good one. So that's all the cards for today. No card reveals tomorrow. Not sure what that's about, if they're going to announce the mass nerfs or something else. It's got to be something, right? We'll find out. And then on Wednesday, we will be having the final reveals with the priest cards, including, yes, we literally have the final reveal, and I am protesting. I'm not revealing the priest cards. There will be no priest cards. If I don't reveal it, it won't happen. So tune in. Will I actually reveal them? Yeah, probably. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.